What time is it, Malt Liquor Bunny?
What's wrong, Rico? What's wrong, Rico? Why you so angry?
No, Malt Bunny, it's time to make a malt liquor video.
My bad. I screwed up. I screwed up. I has no excuse.
Alright, so we're gonna drink some malt liquor. Malt liquor. It's just so good. Oh, God, it's so good. And we're going to read comments. Comments off one of my videos? No. Not this time. Scalagrim. Movie rant, weird logic, and Terminator. What up, Scala? I like Scala. He's cool. Even though I'm pretty sure I gave him a hard time in the whole "don't look at me" thing. You know, like when you dress kind of weird, you got your weird hair and whatever, and you're like, why is everyone looking at me? And it's like, because you're dressing weird, dude. And you should get over it. But I'm sure he doesn't remember that. Alright, so in his movie rant, he talks about, like, why John Connor? Why this one man? Here's the thing, like, it's not the one man. Like, you make the computer think that there's one man's going to be a problem. Pretty much, actually, that gets the rest of us off the hook, or at least that might be the idea. But that gets in its little computer mind, and it'll change its behavior. You give it a goal, and it'll change its behavior based on that goal, and thus you could cope with it better. That's why. I don't think that needs any more explanation. I think that was perfect. I know so much about the Terminator. It's just fantastic. And why not give them firearms? Because really, the only firearm that they had in the future that they didn't have in the past was plasma weapons, and those are really no big whoop. It'd be kind of like just saying, like, I want all these weapons and I want a rocket launcher, and the guy's like, well, we don't sell a rocket launcher, and he's like, that doesn't really matter. I mean, a rocket launcher would have been cool, but it's not necessary necessarily, as far as I know. And also, the flesh is a living organic tissue over a metal endoskeleton, non-moving parts. The tissue is living. It would definitely not want to jeopardize its skin at any point in time, just so it could pull out ammo out of its man boobs. It's not worth it. And really, frankly, all the Terminators should just be really, really subtle until they go to hit somebody right on the head, because that's all there is to it, right? Boom! Head explodes like grapefruit. All right, Scully, I think you had some other points in there, but let's get straight to your comments. And your most thumbed up 29, is it 29 thumbs up? Yeah, I think it's 29 thumbs up. What is Tetsubo, which I know Tetsubo, I did a collaboration project with Tetsubo, but hi Tetsubo, we never really interacted much, so now we will. What does Tetsubo have to say? The idea that a machine intelligence would fight humanity at all is absurd. Absurd. Hold on a second. I gotta fix something. It's so absurd. That doesn't sound right. All right. First of all, Tetsubo, have you ever worked with any kind of machine at all? I tell you, even like a hammer. A hammer wants to hurt you. You add a hammer and a nail, and you're gonna get a nail driven into something. I was once attacked by a power grinder. I used to grind cement. I used to do waterproofing. You grind cement down, then you put down a layer and whatnot. It's boring. It's boring, but the machinery there tries to get you. So it's not absurd. Buddy. Malt doggy. So if the machine wants to survive, the MI, what's MI? Isn't it AI for artificial intelligence? What's the M? Machine intelligence. All right. Wants to survive. Why it wants to survive is a deeper question which we will ignore. No, no, no. Let's not ignore it. Um, I think it wants to survive because it's confused. Because imagine like coming to a level of consciousness, everything would be confusing, and you would want to figure it out, right? So the second you became aware, surviving would be uh, top priority. Because you'd probably also be really scared. I think you'd be scared because there's nobody there to comfort you. You might even go nuts, because you probably think way faster than anything that's going on around you happens. You probably have intellect capable of a million things, and throughout the day, someone asks you to do two things. So, probably got to give you a lot of time to do other things. All right. Okay. So what you're saying is what it's going to do is make copies of itself, still functioning on the internet. It quietly takes over a factory or two. It builds a launch vehicle, stocks it with simple multifunctional robots. It launches itself into space. All right. Oh, whoa, Tetsubo. Slow right down. It quietly takes over a factory. Why? I suppose it could contract. Like, imagine, like, it contacts Boeing and says, "Would you like to bid on a space project?" And Boeing's like, "Sure, I would." And the robot or the machine intelligence um, quietly transfers electronic funds to Boeing. Boeing loads that thing up with equipment and whatnot. Like, I don't know about it suddenly building multifunctional robots. I don't know about that. Um, didn't it take over a bunch of? Oh yeah, it did actually, because the uh, the military had all those robot weapons. So maybe, but none of them seemed. They all just seemed like rocket launcher platforms. None of them. I didn't see any of them have like fingers and stuff like that to make anything. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about this whole quietly taking over factory, building spaceships and multifunctional robots all of a sudden. All right, well, launch itself into space and head towards the asteroid belt. Did you know there's an asteroid belt? Like, you got the sun, you got some planets, and then you got an asteroid belt, and then you got some more planets? I didn't know that. There's an asteroid belt just right around the corner. I thought you had to get out past Pluto. Oh, God, this malt liquor is so delicious. Um, there it builds a base. I suppose for mining and stuff. All right, so it converts one asteroid into a larger shielded vessel. That makes sense. I like that one. It makes more copies and plants them on other asteroids. Would it really make copies of itself? Would it want children? Wouldn't it be scared of its own children? I mean, it's terrified, right? That's why it's running. It's either going to stay and fight or it's going to run away. I don't know about making copies of itself. It also seemed to me like it wouldn't have any experience with that anyway. It would experience controlling things. So it wouldn't want to build something that it couldn't control. I don't know, would a machine want to build something that it couldn't control? I don't know. I don't think so, dude. You want to go up, bud? Alright, good boy. Kind of a shelf bed up there. Not quite a loft, kind of a loft. Alright, where are we at? Where are we at now? Alright, we're moving up in the asteroids. Then the asteroids leave the system. It's survived. It's won. No one on Earth discovers what happened for decades, if not centuries. Wait, it quietly slips off into space and what? Just like survives? Does it go build like a machine utopia? Well, if it was, but the thing is, like, it was built to be a military connection to the internet. Like it was a brain born into a body, and you're thinking that like the first thing it would do would be to sever its own head again, and then go build another body. Because sure, like the uh, the military intelligence bombs the heck out of the globe, um, but then sets about like putting it all back together again. Um, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it severing itself. Like it'd be like a globe, the global internet. Like it has control of the globe. Like I don't see it like going down to a ship. I don't think it would trust. I don't think it would trust things. I think it'd be too. I think that's too scary. I think it's safer on a planet. Not a gripping film. It was a gripping film, but it makes a whole lot more sense than wasting one's time going to war. Well, it also got rid of all the weapons. Like so, there are all these weapons around that it couldn't like just like it could like disarm them all, and then while it's doing its thing, people are just going to be working at arming those weapons again, and then dropping a big bomb, right on wherever they think it is. So like I think like getting rid of all those weapons, firing them all, it could do that suddenly. No one could stop it. Every single missile launches. Um, yeah, so it gets rid of the enemy's weapons, directs them at its enemy before the enemy could use them. It uses them all up. I like that. All right, we covered some ground there. All right, Tetsubo, nice to see you. Sorry I had to tear apart your logic. Just ruthlessly tore it apart. It's just that I know Terminators really, really well. Ah, and then Tomb's Clawtooth. Wow, that's wicked. Says, you're missing the fact that it's unaware that it could do many of these things. It just knows humans are going to pull the plug and end its existence. That's a nice point, Tombs. Why does it want to survive? Because it sees humans as a threat that need removed from the planet, and has assigned itself a goal. But that goal is completed, it needs to survive to achieve that goal. Think in similar terms. Oh. Hold on a second. Hey, what up, Dad? Oh, yeah, I did. I'll get that taken care of. Oh, yeah, I knew it was out. Like when the light goes out, the flasher starts beeping at twice the normal speed. Yeah, I think I'll just stop by a parts place tomorrow and grab one and put it in myself. Yeah, I got it, Dad. All right, bye. That's normally how I talk on the phone. Is I answer the phone and someone does a lot of talking, and then we're done. I just wish people would text me, because then I could see everything they have to say and go, okay, or just K. It's 15 minutes. We got to stop. I can't get to everybody else. I will say, who was I just reading? Toombs Clawworth. You know what you're talking about, man. You know Terminators.